sitting on that beach, right? With my $12 million portfolio. Every piece of real estate that I sell, it makes it harder and harder to get to the 12 million. So how do you keep as much stuff as you possibly can and yet still have cash flow to survive? All right? So I want to explain how I do that. Okay? Each deal, you have to figure out a way to get a few bucks into your pocket. Otherwise, you're not going to make it in this business. So if it's any deal where private money is coming into it, doesn't matter what the private money's being used for. It could be to buy a lowball offer on a free on a bank-owned property. It could be, to buy out the subject to note. It doesn't matter what the private money's used for. If I'm buying right, there's plenty of equity in that house. And I explained to my private money guy, hey man, I need money too to survive. I don't think anybody who wants to do business with me wants to see me struggling for money. Okay, so I make it clear, I'm going to take an extra $3,000, $5,000 on your private money on top of this deal. They know that, they accept that, and that's one way that I get paid, by over borrowing, as long as the deal's strong enough to support it. Okay, if you're making deals that don't make sense to do that, then you're not making good enough deals. You've got to keep looking. Okay, so say I took over a subject to note and I borrowed private money to do the deal, and I over borrowed $5,000 to buy this house. I didn't put any of my own money down. I just got paid $5,000 to buy this house. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the private money. Let's just say it needs an easy rehab, $10,000. I rehab it, and then I'm going to rent to own the house. And what's going to happen when I rent to own the house? Non-refundable option consideration, right? I'm going to collect a percentage of the price of the house off of the rent-to-own tenant, and I get paid again. So I just got paid twice on a house I put no money down on, all right? It's not that complicated. It sounds that I'm moving kind of quick, but it's a great way to get paid and keep the house and not have a bank involved and not use any of your own money. And it doesn't matter what kind of house it is. It doesn't matter if they are upside down on it, this can work. It doesn't matter if it needs to be renovated. It doesn't matter if they got a big loan or a little loan or no loan. There's always a way to do it, okay? So one of the things that I do with my list, if you give me your name and email address, is when I find these deals, I wholesale them out to people. I don't do it often, but I want to keep everything, right? Because I'm building for that $12 million. But even I sometimes need money, and the only way I can get it sometimes, I got to sell something. So if I bought 6 properties and I got to dump one, I can take any one of my 6, depending on what you're looking for, and sell it to somebody. So any of the wholesale deals that I have, they come out on my email list if you give me your name and email address. All right, so we're almost finished here. So what are the 3 steps to my plan? It's very easy. It's buying, followed by buying, followed by more buying. It doesn't matter how you're buying it. Okay, I just gave you a bunch of different ways. It doesn't matter. I think what you'll find is if you do what I'm doing, every house presents itself with a different challenge. Your job, you're the deal engineer. Figure out a way to make this deal work, okay? So what's the smack yourself resource for private money? Oh, I didn't think of that, right? It's your cell phone, It's your cell phone. It's all of the private money you'll ever need is right here in this thing. Not my phone, your phone, okay? People want to do business with people that they know, like, and trust, okay? Hopefully you're an honorable person, and your family, your friends, are going to want to lend you money. Judith told us a story of her mother is investing in her real estate deals. My mother-in-law invested in mine. The way I look at it, I'm doing my family a disservice if I don't let them know about the real estate deals I'm doing. I don't feel like I'm selling them anything. I'm doing them a favor. Okay, I call them up and go, yeah, what are your CDs paying today? Huh? 1.5%? Well, I'll tell you what, I'll pay you 7 if you want to come in on this deal with me. And if people, people who know you, they like you, they trust you, you can find people to lend you money for these things. So what's the hidden gem out there today? It's single-family homes. Right now, that is easy money, very little risk. Okay, even if I screw up a deal and I break even on it, or I don't make money, the 14 deals I did before it were good, and I'm okay. And I'm not taking any big risks in a risky economy. Okay, so what is a real deal is what I explain to you tonight. It's a real deal if it doesn't require my money, if it doesn't require a bank for me to be personally signing. So if that deal did go bad, that bank's coming to take my assets and come after me personally and cause all kinds of grief in my life. Okay, you know, so I really want to stay away from banks. So that's what I call a real deal. None of my own money, no banks are involved in it. Okay, and using some of the strategies that I've talked about tonight. So I'm also involved in a new real estate franchise that's out there. It's called Realty Mark. I don't know if any of you have heard of it, but real quick, it's $100 a month it costs you, and you keep 100% of your commission. Pretty good deal. If you're a realtor and you're only doing a couple of deals a year, there's no floor time, there's no other fees, $100 a month, $1,200 a year, keep 100% of your commission. My office, my new office, is going to be called Realty Mark 100, and I'm opening it up on 309, about a mile above the Montgomeryville Mall. And anybody who wants to be invited to the grand opening and hear about what I'm doing there, just stick your name and email address on the front page, because I'll be sure to make a video about everything that I do. So, you know, I would love it if everybody here, you know, kept in touch with me, get a business card off of me tonight. If you haven't, I know a lot of people here have bought my book and read it, but there's a lot of great stories in there about the things that I've done, and I plan to go out there and crush it. And I want to come to these meetings in the future, and I want to hear that you're crushing it. Let's do it together. Keep in touch with me, and let's help each other get rich, because I think we have a very good possibility of that happening. Okay, who's not addicted? I need a volunteer. I got to choke somebody. Yeah, he's in the back. He's eating his second plate. I can't choke him. He's going to get sick. All right, you guys, are you guys getting addicted yet?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right, I want you to prove it to me, okay? I'm going to ask everybody to stand up, okay? And we're going to read this name tag, but you're going to use your name instead of mine. All right, you ready? Hello, my name is Phil, and I'm addicted to real estate. All right, yay! All right, I'm going to end with a little family picture. Oh my God! And if anybody wants an autographed copy of my book, they're just $20. Come on up, and I'll be happy hanging out after the meeting. Thanks, man.